always on the edge. We fight and make love at the same time. Would you break up just because I told you what I did last night? I recall the times you said you're sorry. I'm still not sure if you told lies, but I don't care, it's all forgotten now. We're holy when we touch anyhow. Holy when we touch anyhow. Give me a chance to make it right. Just let me touch you like the first time. We don't need answers to survive. Just let us keep on with the black lights. With the black lights. Hanging up to see if you would call me. I miss you more when you seem too far away. And you can blame it all on me as long as we can find our way. Do you remember all the times we tried to stop this? Yeah, we end up the same every time. Cause when our bodies beat, there's nothing left to fight about. We're holy when we touch anyhow. Give me a chance to make it right. Just let me touch you like the first time. We don't need answers to survive. Just let us keep on with the black lights. Give me a chance to make it right. Just let me touch you like the first time. We don't need answers to survive. Just let us keep on with the black lights. Somewhere in between our secrets, there's an imminent storm. It's unavoidable, yeah. But as long as I feel that you see me, I will pay no mind at all. So give me a chance to make it right. Just let me touch you like the first time. We don't need answers to survive. Just let us keep on with the black lights. Give me a chance to make it right. Just let me touch you like the first time. We don't need answers to survive. Just let us keep on with the black lights. We are sweet on our secrets. Telling black lies to keep them.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Tuesday, it is September 10th, and it's about 11:15 in the morning. I have been really busy this morning. I've had a lot of work that I've been focused on, and then I just got done with an hour-long meeting. I have I have 3 meetings this afternoon. One of them I am going to skip because I'm optional and I just need to get some work done. And the other 2 are from 1:30 to 2:30. So today isn't super meeting heavy and I got a lot done this morning. So I'm feeling really good and on top of stuff. Right now at work, I am part of 2 different marketing teams based on different customer types, and we are, for both of them, we're working on our kind of marketing strategy for the year and the marketing programs that we're working on. So there's, some extra meetings on the calendar and more of PowerPoint stuff than, tactical, just sending emails and writing copy and stuff like that. So that's kind of what is going on with me at work right now. So I feel like once again, I haven't talked to you guys in so long and there's a lot to catch you up on. So last week was Labor Day weekend. So the week was a short week and we had just gotten back from Port Aransas, and we stayed at Cinnamon Shore, and I hope you guys checked out my vlog from the trip. It was just so much fun. It was a blast. The weather was beautiful. We had never been to Cinnamon Shore before, and it was just like this really cute, like giving Florida type of community. A lot of golf carts, a lot of palm trees, little coffee shop, little restaurants, gift shop, like that kind of thing. Very, very cute. I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun. The kids loved it, going to the beach. They had a bunch of pools in the little community, and we cooked, and just like the kids stayed in bunk beds, and it was really great. So we got back from that trip. I took off Tuesday because I wanted to kind of just get the house in order, and I think I mentioned I've been trying to take PTO days after long weekends, and my last 2 attempts have kind of been fails because one of the kids was sick or there was a hurricane or something like that. So Tuesday I actually had a good day. Both of the kids, Chase went to school, Quinn went to daycare. The house was quiet. It was really nice, but I was so exhausted from the trip that I pretty much was a bump on a log. I just like sat around, watched Netflix. I went to Starbucks, and I think I had, I had like a Botox appointment. That's kind of what I did. But other than that, then on Tuesday night, Quinn actually threw up, and she was really run down. She like every time we go on a big trip away from home, she ends up getting sick. It happened the last few times, like when we came back from Virginia, she had pneumonia, and like she just gets very run down and not being in her own bed and not taking good naps and all of that stuff. So the poor thing stayed home with me on Wednesday, and then last Thursday and Friday. So for me, it was only a 3-day week, and then Quinn was home Wednesday. So it was very, very chaotic. Like I had her home. I was catching up from being on PTO. So it was like the perfect storm. But anyway, she's good. She is back to normal. She's healthy. I am back on track. I finally have a hand on all of my projects and everything. So things are going well. I don't know about you guys, but I cannot for the life of me remember things anymore. And a few of you have asked, like, how do you keep track of everything, like your kids' activities and stuff like that? And usually I just keep everything either in my calendar in my phone or in my notes app. But recently, Pete has had so much stuff going on with work, like after work kind of dinners or going on trips and stuff like that. And we just have now, both of the kids are going to be starting soccer. So Chase is going to have soccer practice on Wednesday afternoons. Both of the kids are going to have soccer games on Saturdays. And we've got people coming in and out of town, like a bunch of girls brunches and things like that. So I actually just got a calendar, like a whiteboard calendar on Amazon. I had to get a physical calendar where I can actually look at everything, because my mind is just not registering things. Like Pete will be like, oh, I have an event after work on this day and that day, and he'll tell me the week before. But like my mind is so full of things, that stuff that isn't crucially important, I just like I don't retain it. I just, oh, okay, cool. It's not really going to affect me because I'm home after work, and it's not like we have to worry about where the kids are going to be. Like I'll have them. So things like that just completely slip my mind. And then the day comes and Pete will be like, oh yeah, so just a reminder, I'm not going to be here after work. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot that. So anyway, I have this calendar that me and Pete are putting all of our events and stuff and important dates and time and meetings and appointments and soccer and activities, all of that. So now I have an actual calendar. And another thing is that Chase has so much stuff just going on at his school, like picture day, and you have to wear a certain color on a certain day. And then there's pajama day. And like, I have to remember to put like $5 in for a thing. And I just like, I cannot keep track of it all just in my phone anymore and in my notes. So the calendar's been really helpful so far. So that's kind of like, I don't know, I'm losing my mind. I don't know what it is. I feel like the older that I get and the older my kids get, the more stuff just keeps coming full force. And it's like, I have all this stuff that I have to remember for work. And I feel like work is a much easier situation because I have like OneNote and I have my calendar and I put everything in there. So I can't forget things. but I feel like my personal life is a lot less structured, but now I'm getting back on track. So that's my rant. I'll link my dry erase board calendar in the description box if you guys want one, but now I need it. The kids are both starting soccer. Me and Pete's anniversary is coming up this Sunday. So we have a kid's birthday party on Saturday, and then I'm going out with my girlfriends. We're gonna do a brunch and shopping on Saturday. And then me and Pete were planning on doing our anniversary dinner, but our babysitter can't make it. And it just seems like way too much for a Saturday. So I think we're gonna wait. His birthday, he turns 38, Pete, on the 30th. So I think that weekend we're gonna celebrate his birthday and our anniversary and just do it all together. And then his cousin is coming into town next weekend, so we're gonna have a house guest. And then the following week, Chase has a half day and then no school. And then I am traveling for work. My company is doing a company-wide booze cruise type of a thing in New York City. And so they're actually flying the people that don't live in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area up. And that's gonna be so exciting because some of these people I've never met in person before because they started either after I moved to Texas, or it was the pandemic and everybody is now remote. So it's gonna be really cool to kind of hang out. It's just a social thing. I'm not there for any meetings or anything like that. So I'm going up there in the beginning of October. I'm gonna spend Thursday through Sunday and stay with my parents, see my friends, see my family, so that's gonna be really great. And then my parents are coming to visit us the following weekend here in Texas. So I'm gonna get to see my parents 2 weekends in a row in October. So that's gonna be really wonderful. Very, very excited. And fall is my favorite time. Halloween, I don't really do much for Halloween aside from, get the kids dressed up in costumes and things like that. I don't decorate, but I love the day after Halloween, I go full force, I might even start in October, Christmas music, getting the house ready. I'm so excited for Thanksgiving and Christmas and decorating the house for Christmas because it's the first year in the new house, and it's just my favorite time of the year. So I'm getting so antsy for that time. And we had this little cold front come through last weekend. Cold front, I mean in the morning it was high 60s, and then by the afternoon it got into the high 80s, but the humidity and that 100-degree weather wasn't here last weekend. So it was so nice. It was cool. It was a little crisp in the morning. And I just love that feeling that you get in the fall, which you don't really get it that much here in Texas. But I just remember living in New Jersey and starting to cool off and wear sweaters and stuff like that. So was very excited about that, and hopefully this cooler weather stays around. Yeah, so that's kind of what is going on. The other thing that I wanted to quickly update you guys on is my not drinking. I've had a few people ask about it, and I was debating making a full video, but okay, so here's what happened. If you guys haven't watched my previous videos about not drinking, I decided back it was April 1st, that alcohol just was not serving me in a positive way anymore. I hadn't been drinking a lot, but every time I would drink, I would get hungover or I would feel very depressed and down for the next 3-4 days after I drank. And I was just so sick of it. Weeks were wasted because I was just sluggish and sad and depressed. And I'm telling you, I didn't even need to drink much. This is on 3 drinks or so. So I decided to go cold turkey, and I made a sweeping statement, which I shouldn't have, that I'm not gonna drink for a year. Spoiler alert, I drank, and I've realized a lot in this time that I haven't been drinking. And so I actually went 3 full months without drinking any alcohol. So it was April, May, June, no alcohol whatsoever. And I loved it. It was really great. The first month was kind of tough, but easing into it, it was definitely a really, really good decision for me. So then in July, over 4th of July weekend, we had people over at our house, and we had this nice bottle of champagne. So I had a glass and a half of champagne. So I don't have a problem with alcohol, meaning I can't control how much I drink or I drink to excess. That's not me at all. It's more I have very small amounts of alcohol and it affects me very negatively. Like I never get drunk, I never get buzzed, like none of that. It's more just like the after effects of the hangover and the depression and bad, like very bad, lack of sleep, all that stuff that made me be like, I don't want to drink anymore. So anyway, that 4th of July weekend, I had those two-ish glasses of, like, not even 2 glasses of champagne, and I felt it the next day. Like, it wasn't terrible, and especially on the, like, depression side, I wasn't, like, sad, I guess you would say, the way that I would normally get if I had maybe, like, a couple more drinks, but I just did not get a good night's sleep, and I was very unmotivated, and I felt that like hangover feeling, that tiredness, that like heaviness, and I just didn't like it. So I was like, whatever, it's not a big deal. And then, you know, another month went by. I was like, okay, I'm just not gonna really drink anymore once again. And then this past Labor Day weekend, we were with all of our friends in Cinnamon Shore, and one of the days, me and the girls, we all went to a pool together, and we left all the husbands with our kids. And so I had like a virgin pina colada, I had like a White Claw or something like that, just one of those, and didn't affect me whatsoever. And then the next day, my husband like is really good at making Cosmos, and like the girls were having mimosas in the morning, so I had a mimosa, and then I had like 1 Cosmo. And last week, like it was definitely because I drank more, and maybe it's like the hard alcohol is worse, but like I felt the same thing that made me stop drinking in the first place. So that like extreme exhaustion, the depression, like last week the week was just a waste for me. I didn't get stuff done around the house. Like I was such a slug, like I was saying, I was trying to get stuff done around the house, but like I just didn't have the motivation to do it. And I felt depressed, like, and then I was regretful, like beating myself up. Why did I do this? Why did I drink at all? It's not worth it. So where I'm at now is I know that I am gonna mainly not drink, but I'm not gonna say that I'm never drinking again. I will probably drink like when I go to visit my parents and on the booze cruise and whatever, maybe I'll have a glass of wine. Over the holidays, I will probably have a glass of wine, a glass of champagne. I am going to 100% stay away from the hard alcohol because I know that really affects me the worst. But for the most part, I feel so much better when I am not drinking. And at this point, I am not drinking to get buzzed. I am not drinking to get drunk. It is purely for the taste and like the social aspect of it. And that's it. Anyway, I've been talking for so long. I am really hungry, so I'm gonna go and make my wrap. I also wanna clean my bathroom. It really needs to be cleaned, and I need to fold a smaller-ish load of my kids' clothes. So I'm gonna do that all in my lunch hour, and then I have my meetings. I have like a half an hour to wrap things up. Have to go get Chase and Quinn at like 3:15. Back here by 4, wrap up work. That's the day. So, oh my gosh, I totally forgot, you guys. In addition to the Botox that I had recently got, I also got my hair highlighted. And it's probably not a big change for you because my roots were like down to here and it was so bad. But I went to a new girl this time because my normal girl wasn't there and wasn't available for another like 3 weeks. And I was like, I need to do something. So I ended up getting honey highlights and then lowlights. I don't know if you can tell, but it's not as bright white blonde as I normally go for, and I feel like it blends a little bit more nicely with my hair, and I just feel like overall it's gonna be less maintenance when my hair grows out because it's been like going on 6 months. Every time I get my hair done, it's like after 6 months. So I got it cut, and I have like just like a face frame, which is nice. I feel like my layers grew out, my face frame grew out. So now I just feel like I have a little bit more movement. She cut an inch off the bottom, gave me like some long layers in the back. And yeah, so I think I like the color. Let me know if you guys like it. Sometimes I look at it and I'm like, oh, I feel like that looks much better on me. Other times I'm like, oh man, I wish I went a little bit blonder or like didn't get the low lights, but I wanted like more dimension. And I showed her a picture on Pinterest and she was like, yeah, there's a lot of dimension in there this person has lowlights and highlights. So I was like, let's try it out. I don't know, I like it. Let me know in the comments. Okay, let's get going.
Have this feeling, haven't felt for so long. Took a hold of me and won't let go. I've been sleeping, caught me off my guard. Cause you're in my space and now I'm so. Hold me towards you and I cannot fight it. My head's underwater, I try to disguise it. Want you to hold me, though we haven't spoken. I need that something to get me to open. You are only a shot away from me to be my everything. Cause you are only a shot away from me to be my everything. You are only a shot away from me to be my everything. Cause you are only a shot away from me to be my everything. Shot Won't let you touch me, won't let you go to my head. Cause I know I'm dealing with the devil. But I'm standing with my heart in your hand. And I'm too deep into win this gamble. Hold me towards you and I cannot fight it. My head's underwater, I try to disguise it. Want you to hold me, though we haven't spoken. I need that something to get me to open. You are only a shot away from me to be my everything. Cause you are only a shot away from me to be my everything.
When the lights are out and you stumble in the dark, you kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me to get you, don't forget to get you, to get you, don't forget to get you, don't forget.
Hey guys, it is 2:16 right now. I just made a little cold brew. This is so good. All right, so this is like my favorite afternoon drink when I kind of need a little pick-me-up. I try not to have too much coffee in the day, like 1 in the morning, and that's mainly it. But I don't know, today got up and worked out, so I'm kind of dragging a little bit. Need that little pep. So I just did my normal Dunkin' Donuts hazelnut cold brew that I make in my cold brew maker. I got the Starbucks sugar-free syrup. I got it on Amazon, and to my recollection, I feel like I spent like $30 on this bottle of syrup. And that's way too much because the Torani Irish cream ones that I get a 3-pack of those for I think $30. So I don't know if I got completely ripped off or because it's a Starbucks brand, they jack up the price. But anyway, I did 2 pumps of the sugar-free vanilla Starbucks syrup. And then Pete actually just got the Starbucks pumpkin spice latte creamer, and it's very good. Not very good for you, but I just added that, and honestly, this kind of tastes like a pumpkin cream cold brew that you would get at Starbucks. Literally all that's missing is the cold foam on the top. So I have created my own little Starbucks pumpkin cream cold brew, which I am very excited about. And I just got these new plastic cups. They're just like the 16 ounce. So that's that. I feel like I've mentioned this in like probably 2 of my other vlogs, but now that Chase is in kindergarten and I have to leave to pick him up at like 3:15, I feel like my day is just so much shorter. And I do make up that time, that extra like 40 minutes that I am picking up the kids. I make that up after they get home. But like that, I don't know, I'm interrupted by going out and getting them, and then I have to come back, and like I try not to leave any big projects that I'm working on for after I pick my kids up. It's more just like cleaning up my emails and planning for the next day and things like that, easy like little tasks that I can get done that don't require me to like sit there for a long time and, you know, be focused. But I don't know, I guess it's just I'm getting used to it. But yeah, I'm also getting used to my hair. I know I mentioned before, but now I'm like looking in the viewfinder and I'm wondering how because I always wonder how it shows up. And sometimes it shows up a little bit different on camera than in real life. So I'm curious to edit this video and see like, what does my hair actually look like? But she took an inch off the bottom. When she asked me how much I wanted to take off the bottom, I was like, oh, just a trim. And she's like, well, a trim's not gonna do anything. Half an inch is not really gonna do anything. So she took a full inch off, and it's a combination of, you know, when you have a fresh haircut, your hair just, for me, it is very bouncy and like very curly, and it's springy. And so it just doesn't feel like my hair, and I feel like it's very short and it's not doing what I want it to do. Maybe it's just maybe it's the front that's shorter, that's like, I don't know, but I'm trying to grow my hair out. I want it to be really long. Okay, all right, I am procrastinating doing work. I have to get back to work. I have one bigger project that I need to wrap up before I go get the kids. So let's wrap this up. Hi guys, all right, it is 3:52. I just picked up the kids. They're in the back seat. We're home, about to go back inside, and I've got some more work to finish up. So I'm gonna end the vlog now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more working mom content, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.